All right, hi guys, it's Mrs. Gillespie. I'm here to kind of give you a little video explanation of everything that I posted on Google Classroom and sent messages to your parents with like Skyward and Remind and all that. I tried to figure out a way to do like screen capture and my face because I'm sure you miss seeing my ugly mug every day, but I could not figure that out yet. So maybe I'll figure that out down the road. Or maybe I'll just send you a video of just me, just so you can enjoy all that loveliness. But until then, we'll just go over this. I'm looking at first period regular math Google Classroom to kind of show you everything that's posted, but really it's the same for all math classes, so you don't need to worry about, well, that's first period and I'm in fourth period or whatever. So basically, you guys have like 2 weeks of we're moving more to like classroom based learning, is how Mr. Odell phrased it in his email. So before spring break, we had like just like optional stuff, right? And it was like get 3 things done a day, but a lot of it was review or, like Contigue or things like that you already knew how to do. Now we're moving into things that you are going to be learning new things. Okay, so it's actual instruction versus like these optional enrichment activities. So this is what you'll see online, and also in a paper packet that we made. So for anybody that like can't get online or maybe doesn't have a printer at home and you need paper versions of things, you can go into school tomorrow, in the morning and in the afternoon. I've got the times written out here somewhere, to get those packets if you need it. But pre-spring break, this was kind of what you guys were doing, right? Was these optional enrichment activities. We continue to have some of those on there: Prodigy, Math Facts, the chapter games. We added Contigue and Mancala, and then 2 websites that are kind of more focused on practicing what you're going to be learning. But this is required, okay? And then this is optional. Quite honestly, I was confused when I first found out as a teacher like what we were expected to you guys to give. So I really want to make sure you understand the difference, that this is like extra stuff if you wanna, or if your parents are like, you haven't done enough school today, you need to go do some more math or whatever, then you can do these things. But make sure that you are getting the things done that I post on Google Classroom every day for this data unit, okay? Because that stuff's required and there will be a graded component to that. So if we scroll down here, this is the actual math data unit. Mr. Moe and I made basically a 2 week unit. Now I know that as of right now, we're scheduled to come back to school April 8th. So if that happens, then that just means those next few days that we're in school, whatever you don't have done from this, we will just complete in class together, okay? But if it turns out that we are out longer, then great. Then this just lasts you through more of those days. And then when that time frame runs out, then we will send along like the next unit that we're going to do, okay? Enriched, you guys actually started this unit like a tiny bit. So that week that we had like Pi Day and the IAR tutorials and all that, like you guys did lesson 9.1 in class. And you did a homework assignment that we never graded, because then the next time we were going to grade it was going to be that Monday after Pi Day. And that ended up being kind of the crazy, here's what we're going to do for e-learning day. So enriched kids, I would still recommend for day one, which is going to be tomorrow, Tuesday, March 31st, at least read over that lesson 9.1 in your textbook again, um, or watch the video below. Although that video from Khan Academy has like some stuff in there that's not totally applicable to dot plots, and they don't talk about clusters, peaks, or gaps. So like the video by itself wouldn't quite be enough. You're going to want to make sure you actually look in the book as well. Um, and then enriched, you've done these practice problems, but you haven't seen the answers. So you need to, at least, if you can still find this assignment, check and make sure you have the answers correct. There are answer keys posted further down in this document here. And regular, you guys should make sure that you try those out. Now, the homework's not going to get graded. So do you have to do every single problem if you feel like you're understanding what you're doing? No. But make sure you do all the different types of problems, right? A lot of times in math homework, there is like a section of one type of problem and a section of another type of problem. So don't just do the first 2 problems and be like, yeah, I got it. But then turns out you didn't know how to do like problem B, but problem A type you knew how to do. And then the rest of this is new for everybody, okay? 9.2 goes over mean, but we also need to know about median, mode, and range. So I would definitely recommend watching the video as well, because 9.2 only goes over mean. Enriched, we did talk about median, mode, and range with integers, but this would just be with regular numbers. Range, since it's not really explained in the Khan Academy video or in your book, I talk about it here. It's just how far apart the data is. So just like your data, if you were to plot it on a number line, how many tick marks apart would it be? So all you have to do to find range, it's real easy. You just take the biggest number and subtract away the smallest number. Okay, that's simple. So I said, like, hey, if these are Jenny's math scores, and you look at all those math scores there, well, her highest score was 84, and her lowest score is 73. So 84 minus 73 is 11. So her test scores have a range of 11. There's 11 different tick marks in between the lowest test score of hers and the highest test scores of hers. And then you got some practice problems on page 400. Now the direction's just going to say to find the mean for 4 through 9, but you're going to find all 4 stats: mean, median, mode, and range. Day 5, you're going to learn about box and whisker plots. It's definitely the most complicated part of this unit. So look over the book, watch these videos. I gave you a few days to get that done, okay? And then the practice problems in the book. And then you've got like 4 days to do an end of unit project. So that's the only thing that's actually going to get graded and turned in. Everything else is just to make sure you know what you're doing before you do this project that's getting graded. Because since this is the only thing that's getting graded, you're going to want to make sure you're doing it correctly. Project looks like this. Okay, you'll see this posted on Google Classroom. My recommendation would be, I shared this with you as can view only. So you're either going to do file, make a copy, so that you can then type on it. Or my suggestion would be, if you have the capability, print it out, and then just fill out the answers on that, and then just take a picture of that and upload that picture to Google Classroom for your assignment. Because like drawing a dot plot and drawing a box and whisker plot is like next to impossible on a Word document, because it's a graph basically. So it'd be really hard to do that. If you don't have a printer, then I would just copy down these questions and your answers onto like a loose leaf sheet of paper, okay? Because really, there's nothing like crazy and special here that you would need to have to actually print out yourself. You know, this table would just be you filling out the lines on your lined paper, so no big deal on that. And then if that's still an issue, remember you can go into the school tomorrow and get paper copy of this, so you don't have to worry about getting a paper copy of it. But you're going to go through your data project. You're going to pick a statistical question. I gave you a list in another document, okay, here. So you're going to pick one of these questions. Those would all be statistical questions. It means they have a variety of answers. We expect a lot of different answers, not one single answer. Then you're going to take that question and survey a bunch of people. Now, social distancing, you're not supposed to go door to door or go visit people and ask, okay? Reach out, via FaceTime, Snapchat, text, call, whatever. But ask 30 people your question. Let's say you pick the question, what's your shoe size? Okay. Call up, FaceTime, whatever, 30 people, their name, and their answer. Okay. Then that data you're going to use to make a dot plot. You'll identify peaks, clusters, and gaps. You're going to make a box and whisker plot, and you'll label the important parts of a box and whisker plot, which would be its least value, its greatest value, the median, the first quartile, and the third quartile. You're going to calculate the interquartile range. That's also a thing that relates to box and whisker plots. You're going to describe the shape of your distribution. Again, that's a box and whisker plot thing. And then you're going to calculate mean, median, mode, and range. And of course, you're going to make sure that you show your work, okay? Whatever, you're allowed to use a calculator for all of this stuff, and probably will want to when you have like 30 pieces of data that you're like adding together for your mean, okay? But you need to show me, what am I doing to get that answer? Oh, well, I'm adding up all my data and then dividing by how much data I have for the mean, right? Here, I'm putting my data in order and finding the middle. Here, I'm figuring out which piece of data occurs the most often. Here, I'm finding the range, how far apart that data is, okay? So that's your end of unit project. This is what gets graded. It's worth 60 points, all right? If we go back to, this is what I posted on Google Classroom. This has all your links to your videos, okay? And additional links to that stuff we just looked at, the data project and the statistical questions. I also posted like what the paper packet looks like that you would go get from school if you need to. Within here, if you scroll to page 7, is where the answer keys start for all your practice problems. So you can come here when you're done and check and make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Okay, these are those box and whisker plots we talked about. That's what they look like. Mr. Moe also put in some like division facts because I think he had given those out to his kids. So don't worry about those. You guys don't need those. Okay, so those ones at the end are not anything you need to worry about. Conti, there's the board if you need that. So when you look in Google Classroom, here's me explaining everything. Here is that alternative learning plan where you're just looking at this guy, okay, the day by day. Um, the math packet, that PDF, okay, this, just the paper version of basically everything that's posted on Google Classroom anyway. The only thing that's not twice posted is those answer keys. So the only way to get the answer keys is to come to this PDF, okay? And here's the actual data project. So there's that data project, this, okay? And the statistical questions, this. And I explain the directions again here as well. When you go to turn in, it's going to look different because I'm a teacher versus a kiddo. But remember, when you guys go to turn in, it will have like an option for you to add or create. Click that button. It'll be like over here. That's why I'm hovering my cursor over here. And then go to Google Drive, and then that's where you should, or your files, and that's where you should have saved either, like I said, you make a copy of this and then you type in your answers there, or my suggestion is you print this out, write out your answers, and then just take a picture of that. So in that case, then when you take a picture, that'd be a file on your computer. So then you would just do like add file and add that picture. Now it's two-sided, so make sure you're adding both sides of that picture, right? So two files really. And then that just gets turned in. If you can see, due April 15th, all right? Because it's really 2 weeks worth of work, all right? Every day I will post like a post with like what needs to get done for that day. So basically tomorrow I'm going to post these directions that you should be reading over lesson 9.1 or watching the video and making sure you know what to do. Essentially, it's like a day of going over the lesson and then the second day of doing the homework. So really like twice as long as we would normally do in school, right? Because normally you'd have the lesson and you'd be completing the homework in the same day, okay? So spread out, so hopefully not stressing you out. If you have questions, email me, okay? egillespie@geneseoschools.org. I'm like e-teaching my own children as well, my fourth and second graders, so we're doing the best that we can. So I might not like immediately get back to you via email, but I promise I will try to do it as soon as I can with any help that I can give you. The book, you should all have taken your books home, right? Hopefully. But if for some reason you don't have it, then remember the way you guys get into the book. Now, I have a login because I'm a teacher and special, but you guys would just go, nope, 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 this. View easy access materials, okay? Click that. Your program, and this is typed in on that planner sheet that has your logins on it, okay? Would be Common Core 2014. Click go. And then, although your guys' book is this one, that one doesn't seem to work on a lot of computers. So just click the green one because that has chapters 1 through 10, which is all we need for this anyway, right? You need chapters 9 and 10. So if you click on that, then again, you still have to click choose your program again. I don't know why that's annoying. There we go. And then just go to, chapter 9. And then if I click on 9.1, this first part here, intro to statistics and like the essential question, the activity, do not bother reading over this, okay? You don't need that. You want the lesson. So if I keep scrolling here, this is what you're looking for in each section, reading over the lesson, okay? It's going to give you definitions, it's going to give you examples and show you like how to make a dot plot. For example, for 9.1, how to read a dot plot, how to identify those peaks and clusters and gaps. And then here's those actual homework problems that you would do, okay? So the lesson, and the exercises are the things that you care about, okay? Not those activities at the beginning of each section. So 9.1, 9.2, 10.4. Okay, I feel like this video is already excessively long. I think I talked about everything I need to talk about, but again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you guys are staying sane at home and enjoying this beautiful day. I'm about to go out and go for a run, so maybe I'll see some of you while I'm out running. Hopefully I get to see you guys soon. Have a great day.